Who's hungry? The deli's open. Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Marco's Deli. We're going to look at some sandwich games, some trap situations, try to get you some winners for this week's NFL action. And I want to appreciate you guys that have been commenting in the comments on YouTube. Really appreciate, like your feedback. And of course, appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel. Really helps us out. All right, let's get to today's first sandwich game. And as I do every week, I repeat the one that I did on Bet On It. And don't forget, if you missed this week's Bet On It, we've got both a college and NFL version. You can head over to our YouTube channel and check out both Bet On It's college and pro. We're going to take a look at the Jets and the Rams. And I know, guys, I vowed that the Jets were dead to me, but I can't not ignore what we've got here going in this game. It's a huge sandwich situation. The Rams just played their two biggest games of the season in back-to-back weeks. They beat Buffalo in a barn burner 2 weeks ago, 44-42. Remember, we had the Rams in that game, and then they came back 4 days later, had to play on a Thursday night on the road at San Francisco, a huge divisional game. They won that game to move into first place tie with Seattle, and they actually own the tiebreaker over Seattle. So they are the first place team, and now they got to travel across country, play at 1 o'clock Eastern, warm weather team in cold weather, New York, late December, and they've got a monster game on deck with Arizona next week. It is just a horrible spot for the Rams. Got to look at the Jets plus the points here. Plus 3.5. There's still a few 3.5s out there. There's also moving to 3 in this game. Part of that, I think you're going to have to get, if you want to lay 3, you're laying extra juice. So if you have to take the 3, you're getting a little bit of plus money on that one. Either way, plus 3 or 3.5, you're good with the Jets. Second one I want to talk about is Seattle and Minnesota. Now, Minnesota is in a horrible scheduling spot. They're coming off a big win on Monday Night Football against the Bears, and they've got a key game on deck with Green Bay next week. In between that, they've got to travel to play Seattle on a short week. They played on Monday, now got to come back and play on Sunday. Now, they do catch a break in the fact that Geno Smith is listed as questionable this week, but it does look like he's going to be available. He's going to give it a go. We've seen this number tick down a half a point. As it was at 3.5 for an opener, we've seen it drop to 3. Again, I've got to look at the scheduling spot. You've got Minnesota off a Monday night win against a division rival with one of their biggest games of the year on deck, playing division rival Green Bay, who they are battling in wild card positioning. I've got to look at Seattle plus the points in this one. Now, before we get to the 2 remaining games, let me tell you, obviously, if you made it to this point of the video, I hope you're enjoying that video. And if you are, do me a favor. Take a second and hit the thumbs up. It absolutely helps the channel immensely, and I truly appreciate it. Also, leave me a comment, as I said. Tell me what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see. If you got a question, I pop in and check out the comments all the time. I love hearing from you guys. And guys, I've got a special offer for you. If you've never bought a play from anybody at WagerTalk, I've got a deal for you this week. You can get a 3-day all access to first-time buyers for just $29. And I can tell you guys, this weekend, we're going to have a 5% play. We are 18-4 our last 22 5% plays. Last week, we had Tampa Bay, who absolutely dismantled the Chargers. Big win for us. You can get that 5% play in this 3-day all access. And that play by itself sells for $35. You're going to get 3 days for $29, all plays. That is if you're a first-time subscriber. Just use coupon code GIFT, the word GIFT, in the number 3. That'll get you that package for $29. If you've already purchased from us, I haven't forgot you. I got a special deal for you guys too. You could pick up the month of January. If you buy January now for $2.99, that gets you every play I have in every sport, including those 5% plays. You'll get the rest of December free. That's right, the rest of December free. So the sooner you sign up for January, the more free service you get. $299 gets you everything for January and the rest of December free. All right, enough about that. Let's get to another sandwich situation, trap play. And guys, you remember a couple of weeks ago, I gave you Carolina against Philadelphia. Philadelphia was absolutely rolling, but yet we said take Carolina plus the points. Carolina almost beat them, easily covering the spread. We got a game on Sunday that is the exact same situation. That's New England at Buffalo. You've got Buffalo coming off 4 straight big games in a row. They played Kansas City 4 weeks back to that big playoff revenge and trying to battle for home field advantage. They followed that up with playing San Francisco on that Sunday night snowstorm game. Then they went and played the Rams in that barn burner where they lost 44-42. And then last week, second week in a row on the road, they played Detroit. A lot of people thought that was a Super Bowl preview game, and they battled Detroit in that game, coming away with the big win and putting up 48 points. Now they come home to play New England. How do you get excited about that? Buffalo's got to feel all we got to do is show up and we win the game. Yeah, that's what Philly thought a couple weeks ago. Looking at New England plus the points. This line is sitting at 14 right now. I've seen 114.5 out there. If you can grab a 14.5, automatically grab it right away. 14 is the number you want. I've got to be getting the full 2 touchdowns in this one. Take New England plus 14. This is an absolute trap spot for Buffalo. And the last one, well, kind of the same situation. We're going to take a look at New Orleans plus 14.5 on Monday Night Football. Green Bay is in a dangerous spot here. Is this will be their 3rd straight standalone primetime game. Is 2 weeks ago, they played Detroit on Thursday Night Football in Detroit. Remember that game? 34-31. Detroit wins on the final play of the game. Then last week, Sunday Night Football, they went to Seattle and beat Seattle 30-13. Now, for the 3rd straight week, they're playing a primetime game. They're on Monday Night Football. They're at home, but look at who they play next week. Yeah, they play the big game, Minnesota at Minnesota. This is a dangerous flat spot, look-ahead spot. Remember, it might be tough to swallow New Orleans plus 14.5. But if you were thinking about taking Green Bay and I get you off the game, you don't play it, taking you off a loser is actually more valuable than giving you a winner. And what I mean by that is if I give you a winner, you make 1 unit. If I take you off a loser, I saved you 1.1 units. Just be careful with Green Bay this week. This is a bad spot for them. New Orleans plus the 14.5 is the only way I can play it. I hope you enjoyed this week's sandwich shop, Marco's Deli. I enjoyed doing these videos for you guys, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. Until next week, I want to wish everybody happy holidays and hope Santa Claus leaves a ton of winners under the Christmas tree for you. Hope we provided a few of them right here on the show. I'll talk to you guys next week. And again, do me a favor, hit that like button. And if you're not a subscriber, now's the time to do it. You'll never miss a video from me. That's it for this week. See you next week in Marco's Deli.